right, I guess I fucking wasn't filming. I don't know what the deal is there, but that's not cool. Hello, today's video is my July wrap up and my August TBR. If I seem a little out of it, I'm not feeling super great the last couple days, and I don't know if it's just kind of typical sickness, like I get chronic migraines, that type of thing, or if it's related to going to Otakon on Friday. Fingers crossed it wasn't related to Otakon on Friday, because they were requiring everybody to be vaccinated and wear a mask the whole time. So I would hope. Aside from that, Otakon was kind of a mess, but I don't really want to go into a big rant about it. Once we did get inside, it was okay. I hear Saturday and Sunday were actually a lot worse, and we only went on Friday. So I feel bad for anybody who went the whole weekend, to be honest with you. But I did get these really cool Hanako earrings, from a vendor there who was selling her art. And Dustin got the matching ones for Hanako's brother. So I am really excited. I did get one art print, and some stickers for my car. I got peekers for my car. Anyways, yeah, without delaying too much here in the intro, I just want to get going. I thought I was already filming, but apparently I wasn't. At the very beginning of July, I did read King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. I think in my video that came out before my New Hampshire vlog, I want to say, I was talking about how this felt like a From Blood and Ash fanfic, and I still feel that way. However, I did rate it 4 stars because I did have a good time reading it, and I do want to continue this series. There are some differences as you go along in the story, so it doesn't feel quite the same, but it's very much the same vibes. So if you like From Blood and Ash, you should probably pick this one up because you'll probably like it just as much. Scarlett St. Clair's adult romance tends to be like just a little bit more smutty. So if you're into that, definitely check this one out. And then I read Bleach Volume 10. So in July, my plan was originally to get through Bleach Volumes 10 through 15 because I had them from the library. I ended up reading 10 and I kind of just decided I need to take a break. I'm not like completely DNFing the series because it's a lot, but right now I just don't feel that into it. I noticed in Volume 10 I was really kind of skim reading, and if I'm doing that in manga, it's time to take a break. I think I ended up giving it 3 stars. Yeah, I gave it 3 stars. I just don't feel super into it right now, so I'm going to DNF it for now. And then I read Lachlans, which I gave 5 stars. I loved the ending of this series. It was so good. In my reading vlog recently, I was reading this, and you can kind of see my one complaint is that, like, we're in book 3 and we're still, like, explaining the magic system. And some of it is the way the magic system does require a little bit of explanation, but I just feel like it's sometimes a lot and it detracts from the plot. I felt like the first half of the book was really slow, and then the second half was really fast. That's pretty typical, I feel like, because once you get through the middle, usually it ends up speeding up a lot and a lot happens at the end. Yeah, but overall, I was really happy with the way this ended. The epilogue was really touching and kind of sad in some ways, so I'm gonna miss these characters a lot, but I think it was a very good ending to the series, and I'm glad they didn't drag it on longer than they needed to. And then last in July, I read Lore Olympus #1, and I read this all in one sitting last night, and just for reference, it is August 1st, so I read this right at the end of the month, read it all in one sitting. I love this. I'm gonna read Volume 2 in August, and I'm kind of pissed that I waited so long to read this. It is definitely like grumpy, sunshine trope heavy, and I really like the way they wrote all the characters. Those are all the books I read in July. I didn't read a ton, but I feel like what I did read was mostly good. I'm kind of feeling like I'm coming out of my slump, to be honest, especially when it comes to graphic novels. Like, I've just been powering through them. So in August, I'm trying to read more, but school starts the end of August, so I don't know, no promises, but I'm trying to be a little more ambitious with my TBR in August. So let's just roll right into that. I want to tell you what I am excited to read in August. So I'm currently kind of in the middle of A Magic Steeped in Poison, and I might DNF it. I don't want to give too much information because I don't want to spoil things, but there is a romance in this. It feels kind of insta-lovey to me, at least. And I wasn't looking for a YA fantasy where the romance takes such a kind of, I don't want to say central theme, but it's like second only to the plot. And it kind of feels like maybe it competes with the plot just a little bit. So I don't know if I'm going to DNF this or not, but right now I'm like 30% of the way into it. I just started it. I'm also listening to The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren on audiobook, and I am 60% of the way through it, and I'm loving it. I am probably going to try to finish this later today, because I was going to film more videos, but I don't know if I have the energy, to be honest with you. So this is a contemporary romance. I love the pairing. I have to say, I think out of all the books, maybe this is like lower on the tier of the chemistry between the two main characters. But again, I'm not done with the book. And typically the last 20% of their books tends to be kind of a roller coaster. So we'll see if my impression of this changes. And I'm also in the middle of To Your Eternity right now. I started this last night and I'm about 50% of the way through, as you can see. I'm really loving this so far, honestly, and I really want to read more of it. So I'm probably going to go ahead and buy some more issues of this. But yeah, this is really cool so far. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that, but in some ways it's sad. In some ways it's creepy so far. So I'm in the middle of that. So then in August, I also want to read The Ninth Reign. I have this on ebook. I've been wanting to get to this one for a while because a lot of people have talked about it here on YouTube. At this point, a lot of people have read it. Elliot Brooks originally put everybody onto it from the sounds of it. And she really loves the series. But I just really want to see how I feel about this one. So I also really want to read When Stars Come Out in August. This is the new Scarlett St. Clair book. This is another mythology retelling from what I understand. At least that's how it's being pitched. I know there are some trigger warnings for this book, so just be aware of that. And another audiobook I would like to read, but I'm kind of considering this a flexible pick. I'd like to read another contemporary romance via audiobook in August because I've been enjoying them. That's just the reason. I was thinking Written in the Stars. This is another contemporary romance. It's sapphic, and I've heard good things about it, so if I pick any up, it's probably going to be that, unless I really change my mind somehow. All right, so I have all my manga and some of the comics I want to read in August here. Comic books, like American comic books, I'm kind of keeping it open. I still need to read Saga, but I'm not putting it on my TBR because that seems to be dooming me. Like, if it's on my TBR, I'm not going to fucking read it for some reason. So, if I'm not feeling super great today, if I'm not going to film after this, I'm probably going to read some manga and comics and just chill. But some that I know for sure that I want to get to in August are Box of Light, and I recently hauled a lot of these, so that may be where you see them from initially. So yeah, Box of Light. I want to read, as I said, Lore Olympus Volume 2. I'd like to read Killing Stalking Volume 1. This is a horror psychological thriller type manga. It's a manhwa, actually. I'd like to read Dorohedoro, Volume 1, Dr. Stone, number 1, Blue Exorcist, number 1, and these two, I basically want to read the first one and decide if this is something I'm going to keep reading / buying, because they are older series, but I cannot get these through my library. So if I want to read them, I'm going to have to buy them. So I have to decide if they feel like they're worth it. I want to read Fire Punch number 1. This is a newer release. I definitely have to read Noragami 24. This is the newest print release. And this will catch me up as to what's currently like physically released in the US. I also need to read Solo Leveling number 4 because I think there's at least 2 more coming out before the end of the year. So excited to read this one. And then I need to read Zom 100. I'm just holding up number 6, but I think I need to read 2 through 6. And these are really short, like quick, just fun reads. So I'm hoping I can get through these pretty fast. And like I said, I'm leaving comics kind of just open-ended because that's why my TBR is so long in August, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'll get through all the actual, like, normal books I have planned. But I feel like 4 is reasonable, considering I'm in the middle of 2 already. And yeah, the rest is going to be manga because I'm going to need something easy, especially toward the end of the month. Honestly, I think the reason my reading has been so slow is maybe not necessarily a slump, but it's stress related because I'm having a lot of anxiety coming up with school. So that's pretty typical of me, to be honest with you. That's nothing unexpected, but I expect it to get worse in August. So just kind of taking that into account. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.